Hi guys, welcome to the Raven Wolf channel. This is Anna, and today I want to share with you guys the Mayan moon goddess and some information about her. And I got inspired to talk about this moon goddess because, well, we just had the eclipse and, the full moon. So I got inspired because of that. So the traditional Maya generally assume that the moon to be female, and the moon phases are accordingly conceived as the stages of a woman's life. The moon goddess is shown sitting on a throne alone, as in the Dresden Codex. So those are some of the codex that survived the Dresden Codex, and I know in Spain there's more codex, but anyways, let's continue. In oral tradition, the goddess is often treated as the consort of the sun deity. Her importance is reflected by the eclipse tables of the Dresden Codex and by the lunar series of the Long Count. She's connected to other deities like the death god, the jaguar god of the underworld, and the maize god. According to Spanish colonial records, the Maya thought the moon goddess wandered the sky, and when she wasn't in the sky, she was said to live in the cenotes. Cenotes are natural sinkholes filled with water. There's not famous, but they're pretty well known in Mexico, where the Chichen Itza pyramids are. When the waning moon appears again the east, people made pilgrims to the Ixchel shrine of Cozumel. Ixchel is the name that they're giving to the moon goddess, but I'm gonna go more into detail about that in a minute. So, in the traditional pantheon of Maya, Ixchel has two aspects. Ixchel, remember, is the name of the moon goddess. One of a young sensual woman and one of an aged crone. Over the decades of research, Mayanists have often debated whether they have incorrectly combined the two female deities, Goddess 1 and Goddess 0, into one moon goddess. And now I'm going to go over about the two different goddesses. So that's what I actually believe too, that there were two different ones, but over the time they got combined into one. So the goddess number one, the moon goddess number one, the primary aspect of the goddess number one is the youthful wife, beautiful and downright sexy. And she is occasionally associated with reference to the lunar crescent and rabbits. The goddess one is known as Ixchik Cab, Lady Earth, or Ixchik U, Lady Moon. In the Mayan books known as the Madrid and Dresden Codices, and in the Madrid Codex, she appears as both young and an aged version. Goddess 1 presides over marriage, human fertility, and physical love. Ixchikab, Goddess number 1, is associated with weaving in the post-classic period, and the aged form of Ixchikab is often shown weaving or wearing a pair of horn-like elements on her head. So that was Goddess 1. The Goddess 0, on the other hand, is a powerful aged woman identified not just with birth and creation, but with death and the world's destruction. Goddess 0 is more likely to be Ixchel of the ethnographic reports. Goddess 0 is depicted with a red body and sometimes with feline aspects such as jaguar claws claws and fangs. Chel is associated with cloth production, spiders, with water, curing, divination, and destruction, and with making children and childbirth. So they combined over the time those goddess 0 and goddess 1, and they named her Chel, like it is in the Madrid Codex. So now it's known as Chel. So there's something kind of interesting about this that I actually did not know. There's something that is called the Oracle of Chel. So according to the several historical records during the Spanish colonial period, there was a life-size ceramic statue of the Oracle of Chel located in Cozumel Island. Chel, remember, the goddess of the moon, was the Mayan, I was about to say the same thing, was the Mayan goddess of the moon, of love, of gestation, of medicine, and of textiles and arts. In hieroglyphics, her name appears as Chel, meaning large rainbow. In the Chilambalam, which is a collection of books which tells about the history of the Maya civilization, her name appears as Chel, which means rainbow woman. Chel was revered as the goddess of the moon because of her feminine character. She represents the fertility linked to the earth due to the fact that the cycles of the moon are those which determine the times of planting and harvest. So she was not only the fertility for humans, but she was also seen as fertility for the crops and planting for earth. The Maya represent her. Oh, wait. Yeah, I already read that part. Oh, I forgot to mention, on her head she wore a serpent, and a pattern on her skirt was of bones and a form of a cross. She had 4 symbols in 4 different colors, red, white, and yellow, which were associated with the 4 segments of the universe. So the goddess protected the pilgrims who visited her sacred island of Cozumel, where one of the most important temples dedicated to her was located. From the port pole, today known as Xcaret, the canoes depart with pilgrims bound for the temple to seek the Oracle of Chel. Young women also joined this pilgrimage to ask her help in producing the sons that their husband wished for. Isla Mujeres, Island of Women, translated in English literally, is also dedicated to Chel, where there is still a temple. So yeah, there is an island that is called the Oracle of Cozumel, where there's a temple dedicated for her. So Mayan women made the journey to the Cozumel twice their lives, at the menarche and at menopause. They sought the blessing of Chel, the moon goddess, for good marriage, for fertility, abundance, and a safe childbearing. Thousands will travel by canoe to Playa del Carmen across treacherous currents. The trip took 12 hours, and specially trained men who understood the shifting currents rowed the canoes. It was a place of sanctuary for marginal women and shelter orphans, widows, and barren women. The Spaniards reported that Mayans saw advice of an oracle on the island of Cozumel. Pilgrims believed that Ixchel, the moon goddess oracle, gave true answers to questions about their lives and guidance about which choices to make. It was even reported that the oracle would prophesy outcomes of conflicts and war. The oracle of Cozumel also used hallucinogenic substances to vacate her body and offer it as a vessel for the moon goddess Ixchel. One such substances came from the skin glands of a large buffooned marine toad. The poison from the toad glands was prepared in special ways because when ingested it can cause tremors, paralysis, convulsions, and even death. It appears that the ancient Maya made it in an enema. Oh, that's lovely. These clisters or enema syringes had a distinct glyph and appear frequently in painted ceramics. The clisters were guards with an elongated pointed end. Yeah, to put it up their, you know what, their booty. Oh my goodness. Other substances were included, such as concentrate made from crushed datura flowers and fermented maguey juice. Maguey is an agave plant related to those used for tequila. Datura, which grows wild in the region jungles, is well-known hallucinogenic. The oracle preparation probably include ritual purification in steam bath, infused with herbs such as basil, cedar, vervain, and pache. A period of fasting was followed. She likely smoked potent tobacco in a small clay pipe that is also affected her senses. A rare blue leaf tobacco was grown on Cozumel that was said to produce a floating sensation, and it separates the consciousness from the body. Morning glory seeds, which alter consciousness, were used, along with other herbs and ointments to massage the oracle skin, opening the path to disembodiment. So, wow, that's a lot. So after such potent mixtures of hallucinogens, the oracle will be semi-conscious and need assistance walking. She was carried by attendants to the temple and helped into the statue, where she was tied to a chair or a type of support to prevailing from falling over. It seems amazing that the oracle could function, much less communicate and give coherent responses. But such is the sacred mystery of the oracle. Those with mystical learnings will believe that another intelligence took over charge of this vessel, emptied of its human awareness and ritually purified. Whether goddess, gods, or the collective consciousness, this intelligence reached down through the human vessel to deliver messages to seekers. To be an oracle required expensive training. No, not expensive, I'm sorry. Extensive training, unwavering commitment, and strong constitution to survive the rigors of the process. Still, oracles did not have a long life expectancy. But it was a great honor of serving the goddess, and her people drew many young women into training, and the gifts given in appreciation built the wealth of the oracle city. And I have to say that city is still up in Mexico. It's in Quintana Roo. So you can still go visit the Oracle Island of Ixchel, the moon goddess. So I hope you guys enjoy. And yeah, I hope you guys learned something new. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll talk to you guys later in Lakesh. Bye.